Hi everyone, my name is Alicia Circle, and I'm honored to share my group proposal titled Reclaiming Self-Worth, a Life Skills and Process Group for Adult Survivors of Intimate Partner Violence. This presentation combines both Part A and Part B research and design. It is the culmination of what I believe social work does best, creating safe, compassionate spaces where people can rebuild their sense of self-worth and belonging after trauma. I designed this group through the lens of both professional research and lived empathy, imagining what it is like to sit in the aftermath of an abusive relationship and begin one's long process of reclaiming one's sense of self. Today, I'll walk you through the purpose of this group, why it's needed, how it's structured, and what outcomes we hope to achieve. I'll start with a quick summary of the proposal itself, followed by the rationale for the group's need in the community. Then I'll move into the evidence-based foundations and theoretical orientations that support the group structure. From there, I'll discuss how we plan to evaluate the outcomes and end with how this group collaborates with and strengthens our local community systems. The heart of this group is to provide a trauma-informed and empowered-based space for adults, primarily women who are rebuilding their lives after intimate partner violence. Many survivors reach safety physically, but remain emotionally stuck. They've learned to survive, but not yet to thrive. This group helps them to reconnect to their internal strength, practice new life skills, and rediscover their self-worth. The group runs for 8 weeks with 90-minute sessions. Each session includes psychoeducation, expressive and cognitive exercises, affirmations, and process-oriented discussions. Participants leave each meeting with tangible skills and also a growing sense of belonging and dignity. Intimate partner violence is heartbreakingly common. Globally, 1 in 3 women will experience IPV in her lifetime. In the US, that number is 1 in 4. Survivors often emerge with deep emotional wounds, anxiety, depression, PTSD, and an internalized belief that they're broken or to blame. Unfortunately, once immediate safety is secured, many services end. Shelters and court systems focus on crisis stabilization, but few programs address what comes next, the long-term process of rebuilding self-esteem, boundaries, and trust. This group steps in to fill that gap. It's not about trauma itself anymore, but rather about life after survival, and relearning and learning to begin with how to rebuild from the inside out. A group modality is intentionally chosen because isolation is one of the most damaging effects of IPV. Many survivors have been told for years that their feelings don't matter. Group work directly counters this by offering validation and connection. According to Yalom's therapeutic factors, the experience of universality, that is, realizing that others have been through the same thing or something similar, is one of the most healing experiences in group settings. Research by Crespo, Arenero, and Sabaron in 2021 confirms that trauma-focused group therapy can be just as effective as individual treatment in reducing PTSD and depression among survivors. And beyond that, group therapy offers something uniquely human: shared hope. The group is grounded in 3 frameworks: cognitive behavioral therapy, empowerment theory, and trauma-informed care. CBT helps participants identify and challenge distorted thoughts like "I deserved it" or "I can't trust anyone." Empowerment theory reframes survivors as capable agents of change, emphasizing self-determination and personal power. Trauma-informed care ensures safety, trust, and choice throughout every session. Together, these frameworks create a structure that promote both internal insight and external skill building. Each objective is designed to meet survivors where they are in their healing journey. The first focus is on rebuilding confidence and voice. From there, we work on emotional regulation and communication and boundaries. And ultimately, the goal is sustained empowerment long after the group ends. Each session will follow a predictable rhythm to provide safety and consistency, 2 things survivors deeply need. We begin with grounding, move into teaching or expressive work, open time for discussion and reflection, and end with a ritual that reinforces calm and closure. Predictability helps to regulate the nervous system and allows participants to relax into the experience. Week 1 begins with safety and trust, setting group agreements and grounding together. Week 2 focuses on understanding trauma and how it affects the body and emotions. Week 3 helps participants to challenge shame and self-blame through CBT reframing. Week 4 builds self-compassion with affirmations and mirror work. Week 5 covers boundaries and assertive communication using role play and discussion. Week 6 uses art and journaling to reauthor identity and personal growth. Week 7 explores rebuilding trust and healthy relationships. And Week 8 closes with reflection, gratitude, and celebration of progress. Together, these 8 weeks guide survivors from isolation and self-doubt toward empowerment, connection, and lasting self-worth. The interventions are rooted in research. Gruler and colleagues highlight that restoring self-esteem is key to long-term IPV recovery. Crespo's study shows that group trauma therapy equals the impact of individual care. And SCOP's 2022 research demonstrates how art therapy allows survivors to express emotions they can't yet verbalize, which turns pain into meaning. This evidence supports a creative and cognitive balance of this group. To measure effectiveness, participants complete the Rosenberg Self-Esteem Scale at the beginning and the end of the 8 weeks. Feedback surveys capture their emotional experience and perceived growth. Facilitator observations track engagement and progress, while a midpoint evaluation ensures the group remains responsive to each participant's needs. The evaluation isn't just data, it's another opportunity for reflection and empowerment. Community collaboration is essential. This group would ideally partner with local domestic violence shelters, counseling centers, and outreach programs. Survivors could be referred directly after leaving shelter care. Long-term participants who complete the group may become peer mentors, a beautiful full-circle approach where healing survivors become the guides for others. The impact goes far beyond the group itself. It strengthens our local network of IPV services, empowers survivors to become advocates and leaders, and fosters a community that values empathy and resilience. When survivors reclaim their voices, they also strengthen the collective voice of our community. In closing, reclaiming self-worth isn't just a group, it's a pathway back to self. It honors pain and focuses on what's still possible, which is self-love, trust, and connection. For survivors, healing doesn't happen alone. It happens through relationship, through compassion, and through the courage to start again. Thank you so much for your time, your hearts, and your commitment to creating safer, more empowered communities.